This is Kevin Jackson of the Black Spreaker Radio Show. Listen to Vigilant Liberty Radio.
What's going on in your head? I think your brain is gone dead.
At Independent Journal Review, we publish news that is objective, fair, and entertaining. As one of the top websites in the United States, it's our duty to bring the absolute best to our readers. Readers like you. IJReview.com, your number one source for news and entertainment.
This is Lachlan Marquet of the Washington Free Beacon, and you are listening to Vigilant Liberty Radio.
The ad says he doesn't have a horse in this race, but Retractor knows he does. Now he's got egg on his face. The donkey's on the left, got owned by a kid. They can say it was a crime, but Retractor knows what he did.
Hi, I'm Dustin Hoyt with America Our Way, and you can hear me right here on Vigilant Liberty Radio at 10/9 Central on Thursday nights. We bring you the best in political commentary from the right-wing, conservative, libertarian perspectives coming together and bringing the best content on the internet. Be sure to tune in every week for your favorite shows. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hi, this is Matt Lewis from the Daily Caller, and you are listening to Vigilant Liberty Radio.
At Independent Journal Review, we publish news that is objective, fair, and entertaining. As one of the top websites in the United States, it's our duty to bring the absolute best to our readers. Readers like you. IJReview.com, your number one source for news and entertainment.
To the show, Mike's with Mike Miller and Michael Hausen. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to interact with us via Twitter during this segment, please do. It's at the right Mikes, and so far Dan Fitzgerald and Patty Newman are the two that are interacting the most with us. But we have a pretty fun guest on right now, son of a friend of the show, and he has just written a book that is very good. I've read it, and very interesting. And the author's name is Logan Michaels. The title of the book is Harsh But True, 11 Tough Facts About Life That Successful People Know But You Don't. Logan, how's it going, man?
It's going beautifully today.
Hey, Logan.
Hey.
So, Logan, let me introduce you to my co-host, Mike Miller. Mike Miller, Logan Michaels.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Welcome to the show, man. Seriously. Looking forward to...
It's a real pleasure to be here.
Yeah, now, contrary to... There's a big, huge Twitter thing going on right now. The fact that your last name and my first name are almost identical have almost nothing to do with your being on the show. I want to get that out of the way first, okay?
Yeah, pure coincidence. No nepotism here.
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite, of course. But so what I want to do, let me read the book description real quick, Logan, and then we can talk about it, all right? And this is from Amazon, folks. I'll put this up on our Twitter site, and it's great. Okay, let's get this out of the way. If you want to be told you have to just think about money, then $100 bills will start magically raining on you. Do us both a favor and don't download this book. There are plenty of people who would tell you nonsense to comfort you. I'm not one of them. If you want to know what it takes to stop being so frustrated with your life, if you're really interested in knowing what you'll need to do to wake up each morning excited for the rest of your life, then we can do business. Here's the truth. Life's not fair, but if you learn how it's not fair, you can start making it unfair in your favor. Still reading? Good. Let's get started.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, when I wrote the book, it was based upon this principle that, that life has some certain rules, just like a sport. If you go in and you play a sport and you don't know the rules, you're going to get fouls called on you. Your teammates are going to hate you. You're going to lose games, and you're going to not know why. But if you know the rules, then you can start winning games.
So that's a pretty simple thing. What did it take for you to get to that point to ask that to even examine that?
Examine the rules? Well, like anything else, I was kind of like frustrated with my job, the way my life is going. I was like, what's going on, man? And I kind of I started researching, I started talking to successful people, and I just kind of noticed that, they all started saying basically the same kinds of things in sort of their mindset, what was important to them, and like how they thought about their work and their life. And I sort of took all that mentoring, that knowledge that I gained from them, and sort of distilled it into this book.
Okay, so Logan, 2 or 3 top things that you heard from successful people. What are they?
The number one thing is from successful people is that they all really want to provide value to the world. They want to create and generate as much value as they possibly can. They want to see where some value is not being created, where people have a want or a need, and they go and they fill that, and they work very, very hard to do that, whether it be a product or a service or something like that. Another really important thing is that they have what a lot of people call a growth mindset. It's this idea that you can always get better, you can always expand, you can always take on new challenges. It's like just because you've never done something or just because something is difficult, that doesn't mean that you can't conquer it. The opposite of that is a fixed mindset. It's the idea that, people who are good are just talented, and people who are successful are just lucky. And things are just the way they are, and things aren't going to change. And you can't be successful if you have that kind of mindset.
And that word lucky is key, because there are so many, it doesn't even have to do with politics necessarily, but he's just lucky. He just got a break. He just knows people, whatever. And the other key thing was hard work. And, I had a mentor a long time ago when I first got in the financial services business, and he said that the difference between, a dream and a goal. We hear about dreams all the time, right? A goal is something that you will do what you must do to achieve it. And that's really what these guys are saying, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's a chapter called it's like you can use your imagination the wrong way. And by that I mean it's like some people use their imagination to sort of like dream their life away, and they think, wouldn't it be nice, or they sort of like fantasize, and they use their imagination to escape from reality. But successful people don't use it to escape reality. They use their imagination to improve reality. They imagine that the goal that they want, and then they take action towards making it happen.
And we could. I used to say this. You could stop 120-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 25-year-olds, whatever have you, on the street, and say, "Would you like to be financially independent by the age of 40?" As an example, I'm guessing that if not all of them 99% of them would say, hell yeah, I would. But again, it comes back to that definition. If it happens, great, but how many will do what they must do to make that happen? That is the same with every goal that someone sets. And the fact is, and it's why your book makes a lot of sense, is because the vast majority of people do not do what they must do to achieve the goals that they have, and therefore they're just dreams.
Absolutely, I totally agree. So the difference is priorities and action. It's like if you want something and you really actually want it, you're going to speak not in your thoughts or your words, but what you do every day. That's really what's going to determine whether or not you're going to be successful towards taking steps towards your goal.
Yeah, that's an incredible insight. So let me ask you just kind of some procedural stuff about this. Well, you know what? Actually, before that, the book's been out now a couple weeks. What's the response been, and how do you feel like that's been going? Any kind of feedback that you've been getting on the book itself, Logan?
Oh yeah. It's like I got incredible lots of. I had people tell me that they list specific chapters. I have one chapter about why it's important to be a salesperson, even if you don't work in sales. That one I get a lot of mentions how it's important to them. I got a total of when I first launched the book, I gave it away for free. And just to get a review, just get some feedback to see how people felt. And people left a ton of reviews on Amazon. I think there are 11 total. The response has been really, really great. People seem to really respond to it really well. I'm very happy with that.
Okay, that's really fun. So let me ask you this, just procedural, because I don't know if you're aware, in the segment right before, Mike and I just came up with our own book idea. That's kind of in response to this lefty progressive book that just came out. And we're going to do it. And it's going to be kind of fun. And we're figuring, it's probably going to have to be self-published ebook type of thing. How long did it take you to do it? How did you decide to self-publish? And did you try to find any other publishers before self-publishing?
Well, I didn't. This is kind of a short book. I really felt like I wanted to say what I had to say and like as succinct as possible. I felt like if I really went over the current page count, it would be too bloated. So I was really concerned that traditional publishers might not be interested with it. So what I did is that I went through this program called Kindle Direct Publishing through Amazon. And they have this really great program that anyone who's interested in self-publishing can use. And first thing you got to do is you got to write your book, and really that's the hardest part. And after that, you format it in HTML. You can, if you don't know HTML, you can pay someone a few bucks online and do it. Design your cover, and you just sort of upload it to Kindle Direct Publishing on Amazon. And they have some tools to really help you promote it and get the word out about it. And it's really the successful thing. I've had, like I said, thousands of readers in just a couple of weeks.
Wow, that's fantastic.
That is cool. You know what? I want to go back a second to you said your chapter on salesmen.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, sales. When people think about sales, they think, the kind of proverbial used car salesman, right? Somebody's pushing me, pressuring me to buy something. When I was in the financial planning business, sold investments, did fee-based financial planning and the like, and yeah, that was a sales career, if you will. But I used to teach classes on what we refer to as consultative selling, effective sales. And listen, it happens in relationships. It happens with your children. It happens with friends. It doesn't have to have anything to do with a career. It's not about pushing or pressuring. It's about talking to people and listening to their concerns and their needs, and then helping find a solution. So, dude, I got to read that because that sounds like you and I are on the same track as it relates to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how we got this sort of perception. It's like there's something sort of sleazy or manipulative about sales.
Right.
All sales marketing really is like it's communicating value. It's like if you have something that's valuable, if you have something that's going to help someone, It's all about, helping someone else understand that the value that you can give them. And the
Bingo.
most successful salespeople aren't, the most aggressive. Actually, they're the most empathetic. They're people who really understand people, understand their needs, understand how to help them.
And they do that by listening, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. It's like you read any sales book worth itself. Its number one tip is going to be listen to your customer, listen to the person that you're going to sell to, because you can't speak to them on their level if you don't understand where they're coming from.
Right. Now, let me ask you this, Logan. From